Welcome to Follow the Money. I'm China Barachina. Let us explore the tools and insights you need to jumpstart your financial journey. Some journeys start overseas and end up shaping a whole community back home. Our guest turned Heartbreak into a brand, proving that real talk can mean real business. Today, he's one of the most influential content creators in the Philippines, using authenticity and strategy to turn pain into purpose and now profit. Joining us is Darbie Kim Estrebilla, better known as the Real Talk Darbs, content creator and content marketing expert. Hi, Darbs.
Hello, China. Thank you very much for having me here. It's my second time around and very, very excited to be here with you guys.
Thank you for, I personally said na invite ka because I'm a marketer myself, and I really saw how you expanded your horizon in the digital creation. So just to, you, from Dubai to digital, how did Real Talk Darbs begin?
So basically, I think I have always been a creative when I was a kid. And that was one of the reasons why, even if I was working abroad, yung creativity is still going out, even if I was in the corporate world. And then eventually, when you're an OFW, you want pastimes and stuff and all. So I started creating content on by myself.
Okay, what was it about?
So it was about love. Unang-una, kalokohan pa lang. But again, eventually, it evolved. At that time, I was into relationship, love, and stuff and all.
Yeah. But yun ang bumibenta, Mike.
Exactly. Maraming, kasi, mga Pilipino na marurupok. O yun, ha? But, and then, that's what I did. And then, it blew. That allowed me to actually develop a personal brand while I was in Dubai working as a key account sales executive. And then, it blew so much that sabi ko, I want to do this.
You didn't expect it?
I didn't expect it that I would quit my job, go back here in the Philippines, and then build the things that I'm building right now. Because at that time, the opportunity is abroad. The opportunity is being an OFW.
Yes.
But didn't expect na I would quit my job just because I have the chance to do the thing that I love the most, which is creating content.
You're in sales. And how did you realize that heartbreaks can turn into profit?
At that time, I didn't. And I believe that's one of the reasons why it blew, because I was not doing it just because I want to get money. At the end of the day, people, content consumers, specifically now, people who's watching right now, are very smart. And that they know that if you have an ulterior motive, this guy is just gonna sell me something.
Baka man naman may hugot ka that time.
Definitely.
Okay.
Of course.
There you go.
I think authenticity,
Yeah.
that was my truth at that specific time. So, nga sad boy era. That was 2018 and moving onwards. But eventually, I didn't start because I want to get profit. I started because I have a message to share. And eventually, people listened. And then because of that, I was able to gain followings.
Sana lahat na nabobroken-hearted naging kagaya.
Yeah, exactly. Pwede nyong gawin yon. Turning pain into power.
Yeah, diba? So, how did you first monetize your content?
So, I was first at Facebook monetization program. So, yun yung binibigay ng Facebook, binibigay ng YouTube. But eventually I didn't actually thought that I would earn. At that time, gusto ko na sumikat at first.
Yeah.
But eventually, when I started creating content, my first 1 million view, I can still remember, pagod ka na bang maging OFW? That's when I cracked it na, when you try to create content, it has to have value. It's not about you, it's about the thing that you can say that people can get value from. And it's less about me, but about the value that I can provide through my experience. It blew up. That 10,000 followers pa lang ako nun, that's my first 1 million views. And then eventually, yun, nagkaroon na ako ng parang $1,000, $2,000 per month. Sabi ko, oops, parang okay to ah. Tapos,
Do you still remember the very first monetized content?
parang I think $1,000.
Agad,
Yes,
agad.
1,000. Hindi kasi may ipon yan eh.
Yeah.
So, eventually, nagkaroon ng ganong klaseng earnings. And then doon ako nagkaroon ng idea. Parang pwede ko to gawing full-time ah. But that was very scary.
And how was the turning point? Because being an employee with a specific the frequency of income flow ito na yung oras mo na marireceive mo yung cash,
Okay.
like every twice a month or whatever in Dubai. How did you shift that? Like, what's the hardest part in shifting to become a like full-time content creator?
So the hardest part is that the job that I have was paying me good. Parang I was earning 200,000 up at that
Yeah,
time.
because you're in the sales
Sales.
industry.
And then, actually, my pressure kasi sales, but the management was so good. Like, they take care of their employees. And there was really no reason for me to quit
To
my job.
leave, yeah.
And that was the hardest part because parang sana nga, they're harsh on me or I don't like the environment.
You
and
had the
many things.
reason to leave.
I have
yeah.
reason to leave, but I don't. But eventually, I told myself na parang I'm being overpaid because parang siguro alas 2, alas 3 pa lang, umuwi na ako ng bahay, nagsushoot na ako.
Oh.
Kasi sales is nasa labas
Yeah,
eh.
yeah.
So what I did is, I said na nag-ipon ako ng runway money. So runway money is, I calculated 1 year, how much do I need to survive without any income coming in.
Nice.
So I had that figure. That figure, inipon ko while I was doing content, while I was an OFW. And then once I had that, I decided to quit.
How long was like the runway money for?
I think inipon ko siya ng 8 months.
Mhm. And good for how many
That's
months?
good for 1 year.
For 1
So,
year.
inipon ko siya ng 1 year. So, and then eventually parang sabi ko, imposible naman siguro hindi ako kikita ng isang taon.
Yeah,
Diba?
yeah.
Kahit isang
Because
beses.
you already have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, tulad nga ng sinasabi ko, if you're in a situation where you wanna pursue something and leave something behind that's already working, ang always ko sinasabi, if you're gonna do something stupid, do it smart. And one of the ways is that don't just jump just because of passion. You have to plan it out. And that's what I did. One mentor told me that runway money na
Yeah, that's really nice. I was about to ask you nga, buti na lang you are the type that has like planning. Because a lot of, like, I've seen some content creators from shifting from corporate to like digital creation. Like blind, like it leap of faith na lang and then this start. But in your case, you have like calculated risk in doing so. And you mentioned that you have a mentor.
Yeah.
Like, when did you start having a mentor? From the time that you have started this digital, or was it like ever since you are in the corporate world?
I was egoistic when I was in Dubai. And I think that was one of the reasons why it was keeping me poor. Poor in a sense that the wealth that I want to get was not at the level when I was at that specific time. And maybe people can relate to this. That maybe we think na, alam natin lahat, we think that what I do right now is working. And that's what I did. I didn't continue to learn. I didn't listen because okay naman yung ginagawa ko eh.
Yeah.
Ako makikinig sa iba. But eventually, I found out that that one person is living a life that I want to live. So, sabi ko, I should listen to this guy. And by the way, pro tip, if somebody is giving you an advice and that person is not living the life that you want, maybe
Exactly.
you don't want to take their advice kasi marami talagang tao nagbibigay ng advice just for the sake of saying something because maybe they don't want you to go and reach for your dreams because maybe they tried and they failed and
Yeah.
they don't want to have that feeling that maybe if you do.
I totally agree. Even in a relationship, if someone like nahiwalay will talk about you like how to like reconcile in a relationship, diba?
Yeah.
How you will see his story first before you can like take someone's advice. And
Yes.
same goes with business.
Exactly.
If he's thriving or not,
Yeah.
I mean, it can be like coming out from the bitterness. And how do you turn it? So now that you're turning your heartbreak into profit, kailan mo nasabi na like this is the time I need to expand, not just in relationship, but I want to like give and build my real branding.
I see. So at that time, it was just a passion project, creating content, saying what I have to say, and I would love to think I was good at it. And maybe that's one of the reasons why people listen is because I'm specifically very, very authentic, and I was talking from the heart. And then, just like any creatives, things get stale.
Yes.
People get parang napupuno na. Okay?
Yeah, or nagiging
Ano to,
monotone,
sobrang
saturated.
Saturated, and then, ano ba, puro heartbreak na lang ba?
Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah.
So I told myself I need to evolve. So just like in any boy band, meron talagang isa dyan na
Yeah.
sumisikat and
Yeah.
the rest just na nawawala. Just like NSYNC. Justin Timberlake was the one who blew up because he continuously evolved.
Yeah,
So that's
except
what
for
I did.
Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys is there. Backstreet Boys is always Backstreet Boys.
Going back, sorry.
But at the end of the day, I evolve. Sabi ko, I wanna move from love and relationship to something true to me, which is analyzing issues and stuff and all.
Because you're in sales.
Yes, I'm in sales, and then I just like to analyze things. Analyzing issue. Kasi ang tagline ko nga before, pambansang issue analyzer ng Pilipinas. And then what I did is I take viral issues, I commentate on that, nagbibigay ako ng commentary, and then I give 3 lessons on what we can learn from the issue. While other vloggers are attacking the person that was the reason of the issue, what I did is I analyzed the situation and what are the lessons as individuals we can get from that without attacking the person straight up.
Yeah,
So,
I think that's one of the reasons why I really like your content and to begin with, like in your early days. I've seen actually your content grow from like, oh, he's not anymore doing relationship advice, he evolved. But how did you manage? Because once you're trying to create that traffic, also brands will also notice you. But how do you manage and balance, like, this is the product, is there an invite for a review? And how do you balance that profit or something to like review a product na authentic ka pa rin nalalabas, that you really want this product or you will really endorse this product?
yeah, it's just basically not parang selling, not basically being a sellout.
Yeah.
Kasi short-term gain kasi if you promote something that you don't really believe in.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know, content creators, or I don't know, there's a lot of content creators right now that they know na it's not good for their brand to promote.
Nakikita ko yan, like they will review as if sobrang bilib sila, and then I will see in the comment section,
Hindi maganda.
it's not true.
Yeah.
So how do you manage to balance that?
So ang guidance ko na lang is just that parang if this is a product that I want to use, I reach out to the brand and maybe we can collaborate. Or if there's a brand, I would not say yes first. I would ask them to send the product and then I will try it. And then I would check around.
No promises.
Yes, no promises muna. And maybe the reason why I was able to do that is because I also have other income streams aside from just that in itself. So hindi talaga ako umaasa sa brand deals lang.
Yeah.
So I have the leverage to say yes or no to a specific brand deal. Depende if it's aligned with my values, aligned with the products that they're saying, effective ba talaga. And yun, long-term lang ang iniisip ko.
Nice. And you know, guys, we're just warming up. Follow the Money returns after a short break. Welcome back to Follow the Money. Still with us is Darbie Kim Estrebilla, content creator and content marketing expert. So Darbie, do you consider yourself more of a content creator or an entrepreneur now?
So I think I am part of my life that I'm more interested on entrepreneurship, the intricacies behind it, the process. And siguro sabihin na lang natin na I am an entrepreneur that creates content.
Oh, yeah.
Not the other way around.
Yeah.
And I believe as well that every entrepreneur, specifically if you're starting up or if you have a very huge business, social media right now is the best marketing machine out there in the world as of the moment. And if you're a business who's not utilizing this, you're already falling behind. So I think that it's very, very important for entrepreneurs to always be the face of their brand, or at least, kung hindi ka man comfortable, use the module or the medium to promote and put your brand out there.
So how do you like spot what content will really resonate?
Which one?
What type of content will resonate? Ano yung tingin ko, this is the type of content that will resonate people. How do you manage the planning of your content? Like, is it a monthly thing or is it a weekly thing? How do you plan it?
I see. I truly believe that creating content or a personal brand long term, it has to be long term. It cannot be. You can plan it out short term, but the thing is, it will blow up in your face and you cannot sustain it. And I optimize for the three things. 3 stools of content creation. It's just like yung parang upuan. Has to have 3 foundations. First is is the content you want to talk about, you love talking about. Number two is this content, you're an expert of talking about it. And number three is the content that you're talking about is worth consuming or actually being consumed by people. And most of the time, in number three, it's just how you angle the topic. So, it has to have those three things. Kasi kung wala yun, gusto mo yung ginagawa mo, gusto mo yung topic, nag-work, but you're not an expert of, later on, you will get exposed. You are an expert of the topic, and then it's working, but you don't love it. You get burned out.
Yeah, you started 2018 and probably have talked about a lot of different things.
Yes.
How do you manage your growth when it comes to like saying pieces that are really relevant and at the same time you're an expert still?
It's basically balancing out those three things. So kasi ako, I can still create viral topics, viral issues, and it will work, and I could say that it would be parang I'm expert of saying it, but I don't love it anymore. So that's why I don't do it. So that's the reason why nag-transition ako more on business and entrepreneurship because that's my truth right now. And I believe that's one of the things that you have to do, that aside from just creating content for your audience, half of the reason is that you have to create content for yourself. Content that you want to consume or content that you wanted to create. Kasi there was a situation where meron akong viral issue, nag 5 million views.
Okay.
But I was not happy. I have one content about entrepreneurship in something that I was very passionate about. Nagkaroon lang 50,000 views. But I was very interested in reading the comments. Replying and stuff and all. And then that's when I caught myself na I think it's really good that you need to also learn how to create content for yourself. And at the same time, giving value to the audience.
And then how do you, like you're telling it to me like with so much passion, and what makes your community, the RTD fam, different from like just followers?
So I have community RTD fam, also House Creatives community, even the Kraken family. Because Kraken, I have a challenge called the Kraken Challenge, 45 days, 1 million views. Mga business owners yon, and then content creators. I believe one of the reason is because we're driven in a specific mission. Kasi yung community na yon, I develop it, and we have a mission. We have a mission to develop 10,000 people that will get 1 million views. At yung mga tao na yon will have the value, carry the values that we mentioned, which is creating content that should have value, which is educating, which is something that makes somehow the Philippines a little bit better. Kasi ang goal namin is when we create that 10,000 people that will get 1 million views, someday maybe one of those 10,000 na naturuan namin could influence the future leader of the Philippines that would make the Philippines a first world country.
Wow. Nice.
So aside from just getting the 1 million views, it's basically we're all driven in that mission.
I just wonder, Darbs, have you ever faced a backlash for like monetizing a heartbreak advice or anything that, you know, you've seen the comment section and you think like, you know that's a bit controversial and it's biting you in the ass? Sorry for the term.
None that I can remember of, but a specific topic, siguro, not necessarily love and relationship, but a specific topic. So sasabihin mo, gagatasan mo na naman, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I get comments like that. But eventually, yun nga, if you're true to what you wanna do, which is just to really provide value. Kasi at the end of the day, hindi na nga content creation ang main source of income ko eh. I have a business and I have a company as well. So, I mean, people can say what they want to say, but at the end of the day, if you just know your truth, like, I think you're safe.
And how do you balance your mental health? Because, you know, there was one episode here in Follow the Money that created like a topic about like when we launch something about upper middle class, we are talking about being aspirational, but then there are like comment section that like has a lot of like bashing that about like judging people from like you earn this, but you know how come you're thinking of like affording an Hermes bag, so something like that. So how do you manage your mental health when it comes to like when people are like, you know, firing comments in your comment section? How do you balance that?
First off, when you try to create content online, it has to come from a specific place of acceptance that regardless of how good the intention is, you will get bashed anyway. Palagi ko nga sinasabi, kung si Jesus Christ nga, may
Oh
basher.
my God, yeah.
Tayo pa tayo. Tayo pa kaya. Because you will never appease lots of people. Because if you do, you will not stand out.
Yeah.
So if you have an opinion that triggers someone, it means that you have an opinion worth saying. Especially if it comes from a place of siguro not to destroy but to help.
Yeah.
And everybody is open to their opinion and saying things. So ako, how do I manage my mental health on that? Siguro coming from a place of understanding that these people is seeing the world differently than I am. And
So do you still read them?
not necessarily, but sometimes I do read comments, and if I see comments, hindi ako magpapaka-plastic if there are comments that are harsh.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get na ano pa rin ako, natamaan pa rin ako.
Yeah.
But then again, it's part of the game. Diba?
It is part of the game.
We can't expect na nakaputi ka and then you cross parang a field of mud na kahit konting
Hindi ka
putik, hindi ka maputikan.
mapapatakan.
So,
Yeah.
it's just accepting and then just move on.
So, Darbs, in terms naman of money relationship, what was your relationship with money growing up? Is it something na pinag-usapan niyo sa table, how you earn and become like an entrepreneur or magtrabaho ka, so mag-aral ka, so makapagtrabaho ka?
So, this is a very, very good question and it made me reflect. Actually, looking back at it, in the family, I'm the first person to break the line of becoming an entrepreneur.
Oh, wow.
Because all of us are, yun nga, magtrabaho ka sa magandang school para makapagtrabaho ka sa magandang
Usual,
kumpanya,
diba?
para mapagsweldo ka ng maayos, and then you work for that company forever. And I don't blame my parents because that's how they were
These are common
raised.
Filipino.
Yeah, exactly.
Filipino traits.
And maybe that's one of the reasons why I wanted to push as well what I do. I teach I teach business owners, Filipino business owners, to create content that converts. Because entrepreneurship is so much fun. It's a bit risky and it's not for everyone. But if you parang put yourself in the game and then you become successful in it, ang maganda dun is bonus na lang yung financial freedom and time freedom. But the capability of helping other people as well is huge. So, hindi
Did
namin
it change? What shift? So what shift from the time that you were thinking that you have to work hard to earn money, now that you're earning it and helping other people to earn as well?
Yeah, it basically changed a lot. Specifically na, ganito kasi yan. There's a lot of people who wants to earn 7 digits, million, or 8 digits, 10 million up, or 9 digits, 100 million and above. But I realized that it's not that the money is something that we should chase. It's who do we need to become to deserve that. Because at the end of the day,
Nice.
as an entrepreneur, the biggest problem you solve, the bigger money it comes to you. Yun lang eh. And in order for you to solve a specific problem, you need to have a huge container to learn how to solve that. Example, Jollibee. They were able to solve a specific problem of being able to feed a specific kid
Or a lunchtime,
lunchtime and stuff and all.
employee.
And imagine the mechanism it
Yeah.
needs to run to have a consistent flavor, manner of delivery,
Smell.
in the entire, not just Philippines, in the world.
Yeah.
So the person who created that should have to have a big parang container. So yun yung masaya doon sa entrepreneurship eh. Bonus ang pera, but the person who you're becoming to deserve that.
Nice one, Dars. Now let's go to our rapid fire question. Just answer what comes in your mind. So save or spend?
Spend.
Stocks or crypto?
Stocks.
Love or money?
Love.
First big splurge?
6 million?
Wow, ideal date night, fancy dinner or simple street food?
I would love to say fancy dinner.
Okay, dream collab, local or international?
International.
Okay, who?
Alex Hormozy.
Okay, most expensive thing you regret buying? Is that the 6 million?
No, that was the... no, I didn't regret anything.
None. Okay, coffee or milk tea while editing content?
Coffee, of course, without sugar.
Okay, would you rather date someone who's financially stable or emotionally stable?
Emotionally stable because I can provide financial stability.
Nice. What's richer, a wallet full of cash or a heart full of peace?
Heart full of peace, of course.
Now complete the sentence. Money follows you when?
You know how to solve problems.
And the traditional question that we always ask, money is the root of all blank for you.
Goodness.
Nice, okay.
It amplifies who you already are.
I agree. Thank you so much, Real Talk Kuya Darbs, for sharing your story from life as an OFW in Dubai to building a digital empire rooted in heartbreak, authenticity, and community. Your journey shows how passion, where paired with purpose, can grow into both impact and income. Thanks, Darbs.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, every dream begins with a step, and living it fully takes courage. As Oprah Winfrey once said, the biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. At the end of the day, content, just like money, is about more than views or viral posts. It's about creating connections that last and choices that reflect who you really are. From his shift from an OFW life in Dubai and building a digital movement rooted in heartbreak, authenticity, and community, Real Talk Kuya Darbs shows us that the true wealth comes when purpose, passion, and profit move together. The spotlight on content may fade, but the bigger picture remains. Success follows when heart and hustle walk hand in hand. I'm China Barachina. Stay curious, stay sharp, and always follow the money.